Hello, so we are at Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix. Now, at the end of the last Grand Prix, I discovered that in their infinite wisdom, Codemasters had set the game up so that even though after Italy, or in fact at the start of the Italian Grand Prix, we are given the regulations with regards to the next season. Once you've adapted everything, if you then go on and do more upgrades in the affected departments, they still need to be adapted. They are not done straight away to comply with the current season and the next season. So, following Italy, basically, well, certainly in my case anyway, it's chassis and aerodynamics. I'm pretty sure it's going to be that all the time. From that moment on, you have to basically spend an extra 50% on top of the asking price in terms of resource points to get all of your upgrades done. Is exactly what I think of that. So basically, unless you have a huge amount of resource points and you're quite happy to waste them, you're stuck with doing either durability or the engine. Now, yeah, I mean, okay, I've been saying for several videos now that I keep chopping and changing as to whether or not I do, durability upgrades or not. Well, it looks like that decision has been made for me, so I'm going to be doing some durability upgrades. I will continue to upgrade the engine though, because once I got this one fixed, I'm currently 11 resource points short of doing that. I will then do this one here, the major upgrade for the ERS system, so that way the ultimate one is unlocked, and hopefully I can get that done between seasons, so I can get that selected after Abu Dhabi. Which brings me on to another point. See, this is something else that I don't know and I haven't been able to find out. Let's say, for example, you were blissfully unaware of this bullshit that Codemasters have done with regards to the need to adapt upgrades. So it's the end of the season, so we finished Abu Dhabi, got a load of resource points, so you think, okay, I'll upgrade this. And because it's the end of the season, it will be finished by the start of the next one. But does that mean it will only be upgraded to, say, in my instance, Season 1's specifications and not get adapted straight away? Which means that when you start Australia at the next season, you instantly lose it again. Because that's what it looks like to me. Now, if that is the case, then that is absolute fucking bollocks. Like I say, I have no idea if that actually is the case or not. But from what I've seen so far, it does seem as though it is. So the only thing I can do now is, like I say, either get a shitload of resource points so that I can afford to do, say this one here, the redesigned brake ducts for 564, and then 50% of that on top of it to get it adapted, and possibly additional ones to get it fixed because the initial upgrade didn't fucking work. So in which case you have essentially spent double the resource points. I mean, you can do that if you have a load. Otherwise, you've really got to stick with engine and durability. So it looks as though what we're going to have to do for Season 2 is focus entirely on chassis and aerodynamics for the first half of the season. Then once Italy comes along, do nothing but the engine and durability upgrades, although we will of course have to adapt all of our existing chassis and aerodynamic upgrades as well. all sounds like a lot of bollocks to me. I'm not happy about that at all, in case you couldn't tell. Anyway, so yeah, the ERS upgrade that I had for this race failed, but the two aerodynamic ones worked, so we've caught up a bit with Renault. I think we are actually ahead of them in terms of performance. In fact, in terms of performance, Renault are fucking nowhere. If we look here, Renault are 7th with 50 points. We're 4th with 241. So yeah, Renault may have a decent car, you know, according to this, but their two drivers are not delivering. Oh dear, what a shame. Now, with regards to my contract, I got the team goal, which was to complete 6 practice programs over 2 weekends. Well, this is the first race weekend, and I've done 5 of the 6, so I only need to do 1 more at the next race, the Circuit of the Americas, and that is then done, which I'm quite glad about. So that'll be 500 resource points that will be quite handy. That could go towards the major ERS upgrade. Anyway, enough of this, cobblers. Let's head on to qualifying then.
Welcome to the only figure of 8 track on the F1 calendar. We're here at Suzuka for qualifying today ahead of the Japanese Grand Prix. Right,
well, we'll go straight out. I'm quite happy with my... Oh, bollocks, I selected flying lap. Oh, well. I'm quite happy with my car setup. This is a circuit that is in stark contrast with Sochi at the last race, and with Baku and with the A1 ring. Those circuits, I hate watching the Grand Prix, they're shit, but I like racing on the circuits. This is the polar opposite. I love watching the Japanese Grand Prix, with the exception of this season. They are nearly always great, but I fucking hate racing on it in games, because it's just fucking awful. I am constantly doing what I've just done there, going onto the grass, so I'm sure I will get more utterly hilarious grass cutting and lawn mowing comments. Yeah, I normally cut the second Degner, but not by that much. It is, however, one of the very few circuits where I know the layout so well that I don't really need that mat down the bottom corner. So heading towards a spoon curve here. I'm not going to be anywhere near Hamilton's time there, because I fucked up too much through the S's, which I always do. I'm fucking shit from those. Well, according to the display there, I've just put in purple first and second sector times, but my third sector is always absolute shite. In fact, my first sector is usually shite, but there we go.
Fantastic. That was the fastest lap.
So, 132 point something. That is the best I have done. Hardly surprising, seeing as I didn't have mix 4 available with the engine. So, well, I didn't stay top for very long though, so we're currently in 5th, with Charles Leclerc in
our fastest lap is a
first place at the moment.
32.6.
Okay, well, let's have a look then at the car setup. So aerodynamics at 3.4, it's fairly low, especially for a circuit like this. And onto the this is all more fine-tuning stuff. I don't think it's going to make a vast amount of difference. Mind you, it did at Belgium, so maybe it does. So you might want to take a look at that if you're racing at Japan, and that one. And then yeah, the final important one, weight distribution, is at 5. So yeah, I'm pretty convinced that I've done enough to get through to Q2, so I am only going to do that one run. Let's see how we do. Well, I was not as safe as I thought. I got through, but in 11th. Looks like I'm going to have to do a lot better. So let's get the shock of who's out in Q1 out of the way, shall we? Oh look, it's Sirotkin, Stroll, Hartley, Van Dorn. Ah, Grosjean is out. So Gasly did make it into Q2. Not sorry to see Grosjean out. So yeah, well. So there is one surprise there anyway. Alright, on to Q2. And we'll go straight out.
When you're ready, let's go.
Hopefully I'm out first. Yep. Alright, let's see how we do. Lap starts now. And I've got some cunt right out in front of me. What a place for that though, Adam. And it's Magnussen, who is my fucking rival, and I've really fucked up the S's here. When I say the S's, I hadn't even fucking entered the S's section. Well, I hope I have enough fuel because I'm going to have to do a second lap. This lap has been a fucking disaster. And it's only going to get worse because I've got to somehow get past fucking Magnussen. And that fucking happens. Get out of the fucking way, you cunt. Well, this lap has definitely been fucked up now, so yeah, I'm going to carry on and do a second. Thankfully, I'm sure it must be the ERS upgrades I've done, but I'll just stay in hot lap for more than one lap here. So this lap, well, 1:33.2, absolute bollocks.
Good job.
That will not get me out of Q2, that's for sure. So I've got to do a second lap, and I think I've fucked it a bit already. Oh, fucking went so wide there. So yeah, this has been a fucking terrible lap as well. The problem with Japan, the reason why I don't like doing a Suzuka, you really have got to get the lap perfect every single fucking time, and I just don't. I'm fucking hopeless. I always fuck up at least one part of it, but usually
There's only one lap of
two.
fuel remaining.
Or 3. Hang on, am I going to get spoon curve right? No, I had to lift off. So this next lap is certainly better, but it's not brilliant. I don't know if it's going to be good enough. I don't think it is. And now I've got to, because that will say, actually I'll put it back on just so you can see. There you go, exceeded track fucking limits. And then I click return to garage. So I think I've really fucked up here.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:33.2.
Well, that's nowhere near good enough. I've got to go out again. On the same fucking set. I'm going to do a flying lap this time. So yeah, she's going well. I'm starting to fucking hate qualifying sessions because I just keep bollocking it up all the time. And I've got some cunt in front of me who is not coming into the pits, so this lap is likely to get interrupted. Oh, they did go in the pits. Fuck for that. Doing so far 4/10 up. Well, it's better than I thought it would be, but then I thought it was going to be a fucking disaster. That really was. That was a bit better. Oh, that was shit as well. Oh, what the fuck is going on here? You know what I said about the car setup being okay? Yeah, that was fucking bollocks. The car setup is complete shit. So I'm now in P9, but that's not enough. Certainly not enough to be safe. So we'll go again. These tyres are not going to be able to take too much more use. Right there, but I might have got away with that. Yes, I think I did. I actually did okay through the S's there, which means I'll fuck up somewhere else, like there. You know, I've just realised this is a really shit idea, because if I qualify now,
there's only one lap of fuel remaining.
In the top 10, I've got to use these tyres. Oh, fuck it. Bollocks up this place enough as it is, so I might as well go all the way and make a complete fucking arseache of it. So that was faster, but I'm still only in P9. Oops.
All set.
Oh,
Everyone clear?
fucking
Start
hell!
to track.
I'm getting really fucked up with pressing the wrong fucking buttons all the time. Fuck off. Return to the garage. That's another lap's worth of wear on those tyres and on the engine. So I think I'm out. Oh no, I made it in P10. Great. So yeah, so that means then I have to start the race on those tyres that I fucking wore out like I don't know what So now I've got to really hope that I can actually string together a decent lap, which is highly unlikely. Just 0.8 of a second from first to 10th. Okay, here we go. Well, when it loads. Right, let's hope we are going out first. Yes, we are. Looks like we have a Merc behind us. Right, come on, no more of this fucking about. Just actually do a fucking decent lap for once, you cunt. Yeah, that started well, didn't it? The thing is, if I can't even string together 2 decent laps when it comes to qualifying, or any of the practice sessions for that matter, then what fucking chance have I got in the race here? As I keep saying, Suzuka, great circuit to watch a race at, but a fucking hateful circuit if you are actually driving on it. I just can't stand it. Okay, and that's alright, here we go. Basically my one and only chance. Fuck that. Sort of got away with it, but not there. Oh, I'm definitely not going to be in the top 4, I reckon. Went very wide there. Okay, I'll be amazed if I'm not 10th. Thing is, I've got to finish or start the race somewhere higher than 10th place because I've got some pretty heavily scrubbed tyres on to start that fucking race with. I thought I was going to say off limits there. Didn't even get that fucking corner right. So 132.4, nowhere near good enough. Let's try again and hope I don't catch up with this cunt. This fucking Renault. Oh, what was that?
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Fuck off. So I'm currently 5th, but only 5 people have actually set a lap time, so... Seem to have done a bit better around here, that's for sure. Nearly a second up, so I am 5th again. But yeah, I don't know how long I'll stay there. We'll soon find out. Well, I am still 5th. Do I want to waste another set of tyres?
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 31.5.
No, I'm going to have to sit back and say that's it, because I don't want to use up any more sets of tyres to set another time. 1:31.5, I think that's the best I've done here. I just don't think I'm going to improve it, so is what I say to it. I am 4 thousandths of a second faster than Ricardo. There you go. I mean, I set the purple time in sector 3. Oh, right, that will do then, so let's see what happens.
So qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow. Your top 3 are Hamilton, Bottas and Kimi Raikkonen. It's time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the Grand Prix itself gets underway.
Well, I'm amazed I'm in P5, I really am. So, well, I'd say best of the rest, because Sauber are now a front-running team, as hard as it is to imagine, and we're ahead of Red Bull, so yeah, 5th place, best of the rest. That's pretty much where we'd expect to be. Leclerc in 8th, thought he'd do better than that actually, but you know. Let's see what we get points wise. Stretch my lead a bit between both rivals. Still too fucking close with Magnus on that. $184, that'll do. The rep is not quite maxed out with Williams, but it is with everyone else.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
This is me driving around Suzuka you're talking about. It'll be fucking blind luck really. So weather's fine for the race. Good. Right, well, one thing we can do is get this Earth upgrade fixed. So that will now definitely be ready in time for the US Grand Prix. So I need another 805. Yeah. And then it takes 2 weeks, so it'll be ready, but it'll be right near the end of the season. I think it might be ready in time for Brazil, the penultimate race. Which I suppose if you're going to have an ultimate upgrade, or not a major ERS upgrade, Brazil's a good place to have it. Of course, it better fucking work as well. Alrighty.
Your attitude during interactions with the media has a bearing on how you're considered by each team. Some value showmanship, others sportsmanship. Matching your behavior to the team's expectations will give us a stronger position during contract negotiations.
Yes. I knew that. Like I've known just about everything else you fucking told me throughout this game. But you don't tell me useful stuff, like if you do upgrades after we get the new regulations, we'll stick to the old regulation for them anyway. That would have been handy to know. And knowing if I do... yeah, I've already gone into it also. Anyway, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. It's time for the Japanese Grand Prix. Right, well, okay, we haven't gone straight to the Japanese Grand Prix just yet because after recording the qualifying, I closed the game and I thought, well, I'll have a check on something. This whole business about, you know, if, say, once you get to Abu Dhabi and you finish that Grand Prix, what happens then if you do upgrades to, you know, say the aerodynamics here or the chassis here, where the parts are not automatically adapted, which they fucking should be? Does that mean you will lose them? Now, to be honest, I said that being a bit deliberately sort of exaggerating, thinking, no, there's no way they would, you know, fuck up to that degree. Wrong. That is exactly what they have done. So when you get to Abu Dhabi, you cannot do any upgrades of any kind to your chassis or to your aerodynamics or whatever department has been affected by the next season's regulations, because they will all automatically fail at the start of the next season because they don't apply to the new regulations at all. So well, in my case, I have to do engine and durability upgrades in the between season part from Abu Dhabi to Australia. If I do anything else, if I do anything in chassis or aerodynamics, they will fail and I cannot use them. So I'll have wasted all of those resource points. So likewise, if you are at, I'm trying to think, what's the third from last race? Well, okay, if you're at the US Grand Prix, which is the next race here, if you are going to do an ultimate upgrade, so let's say, I mean I can't do it, but let's say I was going to do the ultimate tyre wear upgrade, yeah, I can do it at the US Grand Prix and hope to fuck that it doesn't fail, because do it at the US Grand Prix, it will be ready by Abu Dhabi, and if it fails, well, there's nothing you can then do. If it works, you've then got to fucking modify it, and then you're okay. If you do it at Mexico, then it will not work because it won't be ready in time, and then when you get to Australia next season, of course it will have been done to comply with the rules of the previous season, so it will count as a failure. That's a fucking joke. Likewise, of course, if you're at Mexico and you do an a major upgrade, well, the same thing happens there. You've got two races, so okay, it might work at Abu Dhabi, but yeah, if the part fails, well, you're fucked. If it does work, you've got to make sure you can adapt it at Abu Dhabi, because otherwise you lose it again. And obviously once you're at Brazil, even if you do minor upgrades, again you've got to hope like fuck that it works and that you can then adapt it, otherwise you've lost it. So basically, once you get to Brazil, all you can do, even if you are willing to pay the extra on resource points, you know, pay the extra resource points to adapt your aerodynamics or your chassis parts, but still, from Brazil yeah, from the start of Brazil, all you can upgrade is your engine or your durability. Because with anything else, you're running the risk of losing it completely if it fails quality control, because then it won't be ready within, you know, the end, before the end of the season. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. I cannot believe that they have done that. I mean, this lot call themselves fucking Codemasters. They are utterly fucking inept. As if the new patch, 1.12, hasn't proven that enough. This new patch is utter shit. Anyway, let's get on to the Japanese Grand Prix.
We're live today from the Mie Prefecture of Japan as we look forward to the Japanese Grand Prix. The 2015 race here was one of only 5 Grand Prix in history to feature no retirements at all. Although with the highly competitive field we have today, I don't expect we'll be repeating that stat anytime soon. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Raikkonen, who'll start P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Oldtimer, Charles Leclerc and Perez. Bottas, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Sainz, Gasly and Daniel Ricciardo. Hartley, Alonso, Lance Stroll and Ocon. Grosjean, Van Dorn, Kevin Magnussen and Sergei Sorokin. Verstappen and Nico Hülkenberg completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
5 races remaining and you've still got a chance of winning the World Drivers' title. Let's grab a solid points finish.
Oh, I've got a chance of winning it, have I? Yeah, okay. Fucking, how many grid penalties were there? That just it looked like almost everybody took a fucking new gearbox or engine parts. You know, almost as if qualifying was utterly pointless. Anyway, well, the hard tyre, or the medium tyre, the hardest compound, isn't actually that bad here. So, can I put on a medium, remove that? Yes, I can. Okay, well that's what I'm going to do then. So one stop from super softs to mediums. I'm going to have some real fucking problems with grip at well, towards the end of both stints, but nevertheless, just one stop. Yeah, I'm much happier with that. Right, I mean the medium tyre is slow, but the grip is still okay, and I can, you know, get around the lap fine, which is what I'm much more interested in. Right, so 28.5 laps we put in, so 52.2 kilos. Okay. I just know there are going to be loads of attempts to get this race started because we all pile into a relatively fast corner here. Yeah, this is going to be horrendous. Alright, here we go. I'll go straight up in the mix 3. And well, I've been hit and piled into everyone, so here we fucking go. Fucking how long did he hold us there? Right, so someone's driven into me, but I bet I get the fucking warning. The yellow flag. What did I get the fucking warning for? I told you I would, but you know. So I basically maintained position. No, I didn't, because I started 4th, didn't I? Because of all the grid penalties. Yeah, I'm so fucking shit through those poxy S's. Let's see if I should be able to catch up around here. It's pretty quick around this part.
That start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
Spoon curve is somewhere where you can pass, but it's not easy. That hairpin is a much better passing spot. As it is, I was nowhere near close enough anyway, so. And the approach to the chicane after the 130R is also a good overtaking spot, if I can get it right. Oh, so fucking wide. And I'm going to get... Okay, so no warning came up that time. I'm starting to really get the fucking arse ache with this poxy game. I fucking lifted off as well because I thought it was going to give me the warning and I was going to use the flashback. I just realised I put in more fuel than I actually thought I was. Oh well. And between, you know, the totally inconsistent fucking on-track rules that it's applying now, and that bullshit I found out about the upgrades, I've really lost so much fucking enthusiasm that I had. Down to next two.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
So I've done 2 full laps in ERS 5 and it's still in 56%. Oh, look at that cunt! And the thing is, I can't escape from fucking bullshit S's because after this we got the fucking circuit of the Americas, and then after that, actually, well, yeah, we've then got Mexico, which has an S's section, and then after that we got Brazil, which has the Senna S's. Oh, fucking beautiful! I fucking hate S's on circuits, and of course. Formula 1 has scheduled all of them that have these fucking annoying features, one after the other. Fucking Sergio Perez right up the arse. I'm so right fuck all nowhere, I can't even stay ahead of this cunt. Without, you know, unless I use ERS 5, which I had to, then lost the position anyway, should count as him driving into me, although I did deliberately put the car there. Oh, and I got DRS as a result.
The leader is 5.8 seconds.
You know, I'm constantly dropping back because I just can't get through this fucking section quickly enough. And then on top of that, I fuck up every other fucking corner on the circuit as well. So I dropped down to ERS 4. Doesn't really make a hell of a lot of difference actually on in the race. Now ERS 4 is probably the better mode to use. But,
the gap to the car ahead is 2.7 seconds.
yeah, so I'm way back and fucked up that corner in a second dead now. Always feels like I'm going too slow around that hairpin.
Hamilton has the lead.
Yeah, good for him.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
And I've been hit there. Admittedly, that probably was my fault that time, but I didn't get a warning. But Perez probably would have done that.
Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy.
But 19, it's not terrible. Go down to verse 3. I think I may need to increase it low here. I'll go up to verse 4 again.
Gap to car in front is 4.6 seconds.
And I've been hit again. Now this time I got the warning. What, because I came back onto the fucking circuit? Yeah, what a cunt, eh? I've got to drop down hers now because I don't know how I managed to get ahead of him there. Yeah, the battery was pretty low. Well, the rate I'm going here, I think I'll do well to finish in the points because I'm just... Perez is on soft tyres, I've just noticed. So, yeah, and I can't even stay ahead of him. I thought the upgrades to the car that I'd done were good enough for me to keep up with front runners, but no, I'm fuck all nowhere. At least I am on this circuit.
Our current set of rubber is looking a bit worse for wear at this point. It's not going to be long before it falls away from us completely. Stay alert.
Yeah, but I can't come in at the end of this lap because it'll put too much wear on the mediums towards the end of the race. So it'll have to be the next lap that I come in. Again, Perez fucking hitting me on the back straight there. And Perez will certainly not be coming in around the same time as me.
Push hard on the in-lap.
His tyres are
Okay, some
significantly
information on Raikkonen. They seem to have an issue.
not as big as the fucking issue I've got. The issue being I can't drive around this fucking circuit to save my fucking life.
9 seconds.
Put us into Earth 4,
Now,
but
please. Box this lap.
looks like he had, Perez had to back off there. Still, he's now going to have a clear track. He just fucking made that. Right, anyone else pitting? Doesn't look like it. So no Christian motoring bollocks.
Go, go, go.
So we'll use 2-3.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left.
There shouldn't be any more fucking stops left. I selected a one stop and I am on the mediums. So yeah, fuck this. Is this game gonna fuck me off anymore? I'll just ignore it when he calls me in, if he does. It does take me a lap or so to get these tyres working. I found that out during the practice sessions, but hopefully I'll get away with it.
Charles is in the pit.
Wow, he was quite a way ahead of me then. That bump, they've really exaggerated that.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.0 seconds.
I know that parts
Okay,
of
gap behind is 5.5 seconds.
I know parts of the Suzuka track are pretty bumpy, but not that much. I got the ballast completely wrong here. I should have set ballast at 4.
Okay, we've got plenty of energy. Switch to overtake and have a go.
Yeah, normally he's complaining that I'm using it too much. So I was building up charge despite being in Earth 3. Alright, let's see what we can do. Oh, what a horrible place to catch up with him. Alright, we'll do it here though. There we go. He fucking made no attempt to steer away when I pulled up alongside.
We're trailing our teammate by 13.8 seconds.
Amazing, it's as little as that. Bottas has only just passed the start-finish straight. I can't. I can't stroll the fucking ton of shits there and see if we can get past you. Yep, same space as everyone else. That's definitely my most successful spot for overtaking. And I get a DRS as well.
Power before the end of the lap. Lower the ERS deployment mode to prevent this.
In other words, I'm derating. Why didn't he just say that? So Ricardo must have just come out of the pits. I can't believe he's down in 9th. He's on the mediums as well, so he could be, no, there's no could be, he is one stopping. I'm even fucking up the second Degner now.
The car ahead is coming to the medium. Car ahead now running medium tyre.
Seems to be catching him, but you know, I'm still a good lap or two away from being out of the parcel. Bollocks that one up. Didn't get away with it either. So Bottas must be horribly out of position then. He must have made an early stop. I don't know what sort of strategy he's on though. But I mean, if he is two stopping, then he can forget this race. There are now 3 cunts up ahead. And if I can get past all 3 of these, I mean, it will only put me in 7th, but the rate I'm going, I'll be fucking happy with 7th, because I can't keep this fucking car on the road. We're in Earth's 4, but well, we've caught up quite a bit there because they're all getting in each other's way. That certainly helped me. And they're doing it again here. And then I went onto the fucking grass, both sides. So all that fucking distance that I made up, I haven't lost it all, but I lost a fair bit. Now, who went into the pits there? Because suddenly I'm in 8th. Oh, who cares? see if we can pass some of these fuckers. If I can get close enough when we reach that fucking hairpin. And got
Check
the
your
two.
MFD for a new strategy option.
Oh, I'm not going to look at that because I don't need a new strategy. I'm sticking with the one I've got. Which is that I'm not stopping anymore. Ricardo looks like he's gunning for us.
The battery is low on energy.
Fuck
Reduce
off.
ERS deployment.
I have reduced it, we're now down to Earth 2. So of those three cars, which was Ricardo, Raikkonen and
The car
Sainz,
ahead is
it was Sainz
6 seconds.
that was able to pull
Car gap
away.
behind is
And now I say that,
2.1 seconds.
there goes Ricardo. But he went too quick and then he fucking hit me. He turned in too sharp. I should know because I do that all the fucking time and all. There's a McLaren that's breaking down just after Spoon Curve.
Hamilton, the first place.
That makes a change. Sainz is on soft tyres. I have no idea if he has stopped yet or not. A Renault that high up, I would suggest not. Which means he's definitely...
Caution.
Okay, it's Alonso.
Charles is in for his stop. Green flag. Green flag. We're racing again.
So if Leclerc has come in for his second stop, can I get out ahead of him? Oh, it's going to be fucking close. Yes.
Caution. The safety car is out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down. Maintain positive delta.
Well, this could go one of two ways.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
No, I'm not interested. That was good. Now in this 1.12 patch it said that they had done something to the safety car. Considering what that meant when they did that in F1 2017, I almost dread to think what's going to happen here.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
So we've got past Sainz. He came in. Alonso's out, but he's lapped, so out of the pits, I mean, not out of the race.
The car ahead has come in and fitted the soft tyre.
What speed is this safety car running at? Because I've been trying to catch up with the queue now for I don't know how long. I thought that red was showing that I was going too fast. That's why I suddenly braked for seemingly no reason. Alright, so we are caught up with them. And what surprise, it's the two fucking divas first and second. How many laps is this safety car going to go on for? Because it's taken this long to catch up with him. What did it come out for anyway? Everyone is still running. Even behind the fucking safety car, I can't get round Spoon Curve without cutting the fucking grass. At least another lap. How much fuel I've saved. No one's going to have fuel issues anyway in this race, but going to have too much. I'll have to burn some off when we eventually fucking start the race again.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The
That
safety car is
better
in this
not
lap.
say I've
When
got
the
a
field
fucking
accelerates,
penalty.
remember,
Yeah. I braked as soon as Alonso did, and there was fuck all I could do to avoid going into the back of it.
remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
Oh yeah, I'm going to box now when the safety car is coming in. Here we go. So I'm in 2-3, 2-4 rather. Hopefully that is enough. So I'm going now into 3-4 because I've got all this extra fuel. Although, to be fair, or rather to be honest, I'm doing this to stop me from being overtaken rather than to try and pass those up ahead. Leclerc has got past Ricciardo, so it's currently Sauber 3 and 4, and I have
Gap to car in front
no
is
grip.
0.1 seconds.
Got to get these fucking tyres back up to temperature. I am sliding all over the fucking place here. What's that course?
Okay, clear.
It's not Leclerc, that's for sure. Oh, shame.
No, they're retiring the car.
That's a shame. That's his 5th DNF of this season. Leclerc is just... And Leclerc's just smashed into the back of us. What the fucking hell am I supposed to do against AI who decide to just drive into the back of you all the fucking time? Especially when it's your own fucking teammate. It would be nice to, you know, actually be able to do a race where I don't have to use fucking flashbacks. But against this AI, forget it. I didn't get a corner cutting warning there. So he's fucking close behind me again, which means he's almost certainly going to drive into the back of us again. Let's see.
Okay, gap ahead is 6.1 seconds.
He tried to get round another fucking collision warning for coming back onto, basically coming back onto the track. 6 more laps after this one. This fucking unbearably annoying game. And I do mean annoying game, not just circuit. I am seriously wondering how many more races I am going to do before I finally admit that the game is a fucking sack of shit and I fucking hate it. Because yes, there are a few things in this that, you know, are improvements over F1 2017. And there is an awful fucking lot of stuff in this game which is just total shite in its purest form.
Okay, the incident has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed.
What incident?
The gap to the leader is 7.9 seconds.
So parenting out. I'm currently down in mode 2-3. Hopefully that'll be enough. I was derating at the end of that last lap, so I could do with lowering ERS mode.
Reduce the ERS deployment, please. We need to charge the battery. Our gap to the car in front is 8.2 seconds.
It's now 23. I'm being hit, it's rumbling away like fuck knows what. I've got no fucking steering. The AI just makes no attempt to get past. It just constantly tries to send you off the fucking track. And the AI in F1 2018 is as shit as it was good in 2017. 2017 they made a decent job of the AI. I was like really impressed with it. There was a few things about F1 2017 I didn't like, but the AI certainly wasn't one of them. But in this, it's a fucking insult. The AI in pole position was better than this. And it didn't have any. Fucking hell. I'm past caring. If I use flashbacks in these, this race goes on for longer.
Just made a move for first.
Who gives a flying fuck?
Fuel target is +1. Faster engine modes are available. We need to stay on form.
fight.
Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Fucking hell, I've got Wycombe behind me now. That must mean the grip on these tyres is giving up. I knew they would be starting to run low towards the end. And I've got 2 laps after this one to go.
Vettel's taken the lead.
I don't think I'm going to catch up with Leclerc here.
This is your final lap of the race.
Right. And I've been passed by this cunt, and I'm not going to get ahead of him. Okay, so my wing is fucked, but as long as I can stay in front of this cunt, it doesn't matter, because this is the last lap. I'm really struggling through the fucking S's now because of the wing damage.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Having a break so much earlier to get through there. It looks like Raikkonen might have damaged his wing as well, because he's also struggling. He's should be passing me fairly easy because my wing problems means I can't take corners very well, but it doesn't look like he can take it too well either. And this is where we find out if I'm going to be 4th or 5th. Well, it looks like it will be 4th then. Yeah, 4th place, big fucking deal. I really have had enough of this game.
That was a strong drive and a good finish. Well done.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It's a good result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I'm going to go for Sebastian Vettel. People have suggested before that he can't race wheel to wheel, but as he showed today, it's nonsense.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. We saw a dip in form from the championship leaders today. Their lead has taken a significant blow. After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.
Well, there you go. So that race was an absolute fucking cunt. I'll fucking have a hard enough time as it is getting around this circuit, but when the AI is trying to smash you out of the way as often as it was here, that's just taking the piss. I mean, we all know that Codemasters are not going to do a thing about it. I looked on the forums, that's where I found out about that upgrade bullshit. There have been fuck knows how many complaints about the over-aggressive AI, and Codemasters have responded to none of them. So we know for certain they have no intention of sorting out the AI. They're leaving it as it is. And that is actually the thing that makes the game really frustrating. Well, one of several things. So I stay in 5th. The only change is Vettel moves ahead of Bottas. Oh no, Sainz has gone up ahead of Fernando Alonso. No change in the Constructors' Championship. We're now only 2 points behind Red Bull, which is hardly surprising, seeing as Verstappen had yet another DNF.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
Oh, fuck off.
You're surpassing all expectations. Can anything or anyone stop you?
Say power unit, I can get the price on that down.
So talk us through what happened between you and your rival today.
No, he was being a cunt.
There was quite a lot of contact today, wasn't there? Your battle got a bit heated, didn't it?
Again, I'd be saying, yeah, because he's a fucking cunt.
Appreciate your time.
So Leclerc, oh, he's drawn level with us. Oh, well. And we're now 4 ahead of Magnussen. Well, I can't do the major one.
Great work. That's exactly the kind of result I'm looking for. Keep it up.
Certainly not what I was fucking looking for.
We've received invitations to new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to participate before the end of this weekend.
And we all know what my response to that will be. So, can I... Well... No, because I want to save it and do the major ERS upgrade. Although, I mean, that is really depending on whether or not I really want to continue with this, because, yeah, I'm really not sure I do. We'll start this and see what see what that's done, and also see what the upgrade has done.
The new parts have arrived from the factory without issue. They'll be fitted to the car in time for the next session.
Wet race. This will be the first wet race that I've had. But it looks like light rain throughout the whole fucking thing. Which means I haven't got a clue what setup to use. So no more upgrades from Renault. We are still behind them, but it's fucking close between all 4 teams in the midfield. Yeah. Oh well, anyway, so that's Japan, and I've really had enough, so fuck off.